If you grew up in the 2000s, you lived through a strange psychological transition. You remember life before smartphones, before social media ruled attention, before everything became permanent, recorded, and public. And that experience shaped your mind in ways most people don't realize. Today, we're going to explore the psychology of people who grew up in the 2000s and how it silently influences their behavior, relationships, and emotional world. People who grew up in the 2000s experienced a rare shift from offline childhoods to online adulthood. They learned to entertain themselves without screens, but later adapted to constant digital stimulation. This created a unique psychological trait. They crave deep connection, but are also addicted to fast dopamine. It's why many feel torn between wanting meaningful relationships and constantly scrolling for quick emotional hits. The 2000s generation was the first to grow up with social media during their teenage years. Suddenly, life became public, success became visible, and comparison became unavoidable. Psychologically, this created higher self-awareness, stronger insecurity patterns, and a constant feeling of not doing enough. Many learned to measure their worth through likes, followers, and external validation, even if they don't consciously realize it. If you grew up in the 2000s, there's a high chance you use humor to deal with stress. Memes, sarcasm, self-deprecation, not just entertainment, but emotional survival tools. Because many learned early that laughing through pain felt safer than talking about it. This generation mastered turning discomfort into jokes, while quietly carrying emotional weight underneath. People from the 2000s often feel unusually attached to childhood memories. Old cartoons, early internet sounds, classic games, simple routines. Psychologically, this isn't just nostalgia, it's emotional grounding. When modern life feels overwhelming, the brain searches for a time that felt simpler, safer, and slower. It's not about the past being perfect. It's about the mind craving emotional stability. This generation learned to be independent early. They adapted quickly, learned technology fast, handled rapid change. But that constant adaptation created mental fatigue. Many appear strong on the outside, yet quietly battle burnout, anxiety, and emotional overload. They became resilient, but tired. People who grew up in the 2000s often feel like they don't fully belong anywhere. Too digital for older generations, too nostalgic for younger ones. They stand in the middle, remembering a slower world while living in a fast one, and that creates a subtle identity tension most don't know how to explain. Growing up in the 2000s didn't just shape your memories, it shaped your emotional patterns, your attention span, your sense of identity. You didn't just witness the world change, you changed with it. And understanding that is the first step to understanding yourself.